Boom shakalaka, a huge Bitcoin cross today. Worst start to a post-halving year, but charts are starting to turn around. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randy here from Crypto Up. Today's video, Bitcoin off to a terrible start of this post-halving year, but could the charts be turning around from the bear? Talking bullish? Well, it's possible. Before we get into it, like the video. Now, today, fear and greed, 23, extreme fear, down from yesterday's regular fear. People are scared. The overall market down over 8% today. Bitcoin 76,507, Ethereum 1481, XRP 175, BNB 540, Solana $99, Tron 22 cents, Dogecoin 13 cents, and Cardano 53 cents. Now, Bitcoin continuing in this downtrend, nothing new. But it is coming up darn close to this line we drew in the sand here at $73,500, which has been resistance back here in March of 2024, which was resistance here in October of 2023, which could likely be resistance turned support. And if we take a look, there is a lot of volume profile underneath that territory. We even have this bullseye here, where if you take this bar pattern from the top here to the bottom there, this is exactly when it would have it, which would put it somewhere around $70,000 or $69,000 by the middle of April. So all of that to look out for. As far as I'm concerned, still in an uptrend until we were to break through this level right here. $50,000, the last low, because then we would have higher lows until that happens. We have this trend line support right now coming up just below that $69,000 target, right now at $63,000. Now, to begin with, Bitcoin quarterly returns, the worst start of a Bitcoin post-halving year ever. 2 reds already, worse than anything we've seen in post-halving years. And while we are seeing stock market crashes, tariffs, all this different stuff, I don't think any of us had a market crash in the cards at this time. Black swans are impossible to predict. You can see the COVID crash down here, the Japan stock market crash, the global economic collapse happening maybe right now. Worst days for stocks and crypto in many years. Levels are interesting, but quite possible we're going lower before we go back up, unless, or even if, this is a bear trap. On the way up, sometimes it has to go down first to shake the trees and scare out everyone. If we take a look, Bitcoin RSI breaking support there. But this has happened in previous cycles, a little bit of a bear trap action before resuming upward movement. We have a death cross confirmed, the 50-day passing below the 200-day. Now, not every time, 1, 2 times out of 5 times, it appears to, maybe not even that, 1 time out of 5 times, price goes down afterwards. 3, 4 times out of 5 times, it goes up afterwards. And a lot of people are talking about how this cycle is like 2017. Well, if we measure out 11 bars back here, similar to this double bottom on RSI that we're seeing right now, could it be just replaying the 2017 charts? I don't know. Time will tell. But you know what is starting to creep up? Breaking sideways movement? The Bitcoin hash rate. And as price follows hash rate, eventually price may match that. We see whales right now. Everybody else in the red selling desperately. Whales, the only cohort buying right now. What do they know that we don't know? Maybe insane devaluation of all world currencies due to the money printing that's coming pretty soon. And they see Bitcoin, the hardest asset ever, as the one safe haven for their assets. But I'm not a whale, so I wouldn't know. Now, finally, from Tony the Bear, the first bullish signal for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has triggered a perfected TD9 buy setup on the weekly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could it be that this is finally the time to buy Bitcoin? Because this crash right now, if we take a look, as the S&P futures RSI now reaches the level of the COVID crash in 2020, right down here, in a global market crash. Now, is it over? I don't know. But if it is over, could we see a V-shaped recovery like we saw with the COVID crash? Things could get wicked and wild over the next few days to weeks. But we'll see how it turns out. So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video. Catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
Boom. Shakalaka.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.